Hi guys, it's Sarah here today with Grassroots Evolution on November 13th, and I'm here to bring you the healing portion for the postcard from Spirit for November. Okay, so the message that we received in that the postcard was Jesus, Ascended Master Jesus, the crystal is Rosophia, and the message is meaningful sacrifice. So what I'm going to do is ask my team of light and Archangel Michael, as well as Archangel Metatron, to guard and protect this reading, as well as any of you who would ask for it. And just remind you that at any point, if you do want to have any of your angels or guides in your life, all you have to do is ask. They're here for us, so let your fears out to them, okay? So what I'd like to do is first I'm just going to read you a little excerpt from this book, because I feel the messages are really, really clear, and then we'll get into the breath work and the healing affirmations, okay? So the first thing that the book says here about this is, we bring you the blessing of meaningful sacrifice. To manifest your divine divinity or your divine destiny, there are times when want must make way for a greater need. It may feel as though you are being denied the very thing that you yearn for the most. However, when meaningful sacrifice is being asked of you, there is a far more generous and loving reality at play. What is being denied now will ultimately create the opportunity for far greater gain. This doesn't necessarily resolve the pain of unfulfilled desire in this moment, but it does soothe your soul with the understanding that if you feel denied, it is only so that your fulfillment can come about in a more extraordinary and generous expression in due course. So some of what this really means is taking the time to make those meaningful sacrifices in our life, be it, really releasing old, outdated templates of how we think our worlds need to look, okay? Maybe our spirituality and blocks to even accepting spirituality. That might be one thing. With the Ascended Master Jesus here as well, one of the ways I'm looking at it is Christ consciousness. So for me, what Christ consciousness is to come to the world with an open heart and to try and keep it as open as possible and bring unconditional love into the world around you as well as your own. This does mean that we need to get pretty vulnerable with this heart space. And meaningful sacrifice means that anything that's in this heart space that's holding us back and not really serving our highest good, we need to release that. And that may be, if it's relationship, it may be old and outdated templates of relationship, what you think it should look like. This could be blocks to ourselves, even receiving love, because a lot of times we have been loved by people who didn't know how to love. And I know myself, I feel like I'm really learning on the journey I'm on, this healing journey, that love is so much more than I ever thought it was. Universal love is very, very forgiving and very, very kind and very unconditional, meaning that when we love someone or a group of people, whether it's just bringing our garden, right, we have to sort of let go of expectation onto what those endeavors are going to look like at the end, right? So that's what I'm trying to say. So real love is without expectation. I don't know the whole verse, but right, love is patient, love is kind, and I often look at it like, if we can show compassion, right, in our own hearts, the things that bring pain to us, keep this open, loving heart and don't do that outwards, okay? So in this particular instance, for following your own path, meaningful sacrifice really is letting go of, any of these negative self-belief systems as well as you not being enough or you not being good enough. You are beautiful in your flossomeness. Remember that, okay? So take an honest assessment. Keep the bits in here that are working for you and make goal-orientated sacrifices is how I'm going to put it, okay? So let's take an idea maybe in the second half of November. What do I want, right? In your you-ness, in your flossomeness, what are the things that you want, okay? And take a look at, where am I? So here's my goal. Where am I on this ascension up into my goal? And what can I see in my world that is visibly holding me back? How can I kind of use meaningful sacrifice to move through this, okay? That's what I'm getting from here. So If you have any stones that you would like to bring into this healing, this would be a great time to go get them. Deposit me, make your tea if you'd like, or anything like that. Get a blanket, be warm. But definitely come back with no shoes on, okay? Or now, take your shoes off. And what we're going to do before I start this is we're going to start with some breath work, bringing in universal light. So white light, either through the top of your crown or through your mouth. And I want you, while we're doing this, to visualize your whole body being filled with universal love and light. And while we're doing this, we're going to set our intentions that we want to allow meaningful sacrifice as well. We're going to cleanse our energy field and bring, new light in, and ask anything inauthentic or anything in our way to kind of also move through our breath, and to, with our feet open and grounded into the ground, to go through our feet as well and transmute into the center of the earth's core. Okay, so that's something that we can set our intentions now for. So first off, let's take our first deep breath in and really bring in that love and that light. Fill your chest up and blow out anything inauthentic and not of love and light. Again. If you haven't already, spread your toes apart and plant them into the floor. Bring that light in again. Fill yourself with love and light. And let anything that is not of love and light go. And as we're doing this, sorry about the glare, guys, this is the sun's coming in, so I may look super pasty. But as we're doing this, you can continue that breath work. So there's a few options you have. You can repeat after me, which I suggest because it's going to integrate it to yourself as more. But if you do choose to sit and do this breath work while you're listening to me, that was one option as well. Just be sure that any of the excess energy as well, you're asking it to kind of go through your feet so that you are a perfect divine conduit, right? You are connected, okay? Positive and negative. Okay. So the healing process. The right one. So let's get started. I call upon the crystal angel of Rosophia and ascended Master Jesus Christ, who love me unconditionally. Thank you for the divine healing blessing of meaningful sacrifice. May the discipline asked of me be an opportunity for me to discover my inner strength, courage, and faith. May I be supported by love to surrender my attachments to how I wish things would be, so that the universe may bless me with all that would cause my soul to overflow with joy. May I be protected and nurtured on my true path and divine destiny at all times. All that I unconditionally surrender to divine love attracts even greater blessings into my life. I accept the blessings that become available to me through my meaningful sacrifice, through divine grace and my own free will, so be it. I want you just to take a moment here and really sit in this idea that we're willing to be accepting and receiving of divine will and grace. If you want, you can put your hands kind of on your heart, and I want you to breathe into this, okay? Take a deep breath in. I want you guys to hold your hands over your heart, give yourself a hug, do whatever you need to do to remind yourself that you are really worthy of receiving that divine love. We all are. Okay. So, to further integrate this, it's asking me to use the mandala oracle here and face it inwards at my heart chakra. What you can just use is your hand, since you don't have the card. Okay, so face your palm inwards at your heart, kind of like what we were just doing. You can put one or both, whatever you want. You may feel some energy here. You may feel your hand warming up because we have connected with universal energy. So as you're doing this, take a deep breath in. Really connect with that energy in your hand. And breathe out. And then say the following. I choose of my own free will, through this and any lifetime, and through all layers of my own free will, to release all attachment, guilt, shame and manipulation, lack of forgiveness and anger, betrayal, abandonment and intimidation that have contaminated my experience of love and ability to trust in the universe. I now choose to know, honor, and express the purity of meaningful sacrifice with the full understanding that a higher grace guides me, protects me, empowers me as needed to walk my sacred life path and fulfill my divine destiny. I trust in this grace unconditionally. Through divine grace and unconditional love, so be it. So we can do prayer now, a prayer position for your hands. Okay? For me, it's asking me to use the cards, but you can just put your hands in prayer if you would like, or use your stones or crystals at this time. May those of whom meaningful sacrifice is asked feel the compassion of the universe for their work and access the tremendous inner strength that they need to succeed in their divine life mission. According to divine compassion and in service with the great divine plan of love unfolding, so be it. Let's do that one more time. Okay? Put this down so I can actually read it. So, may those who meaningful sacrifice is asked feel the compassion of the universe for their work and access the tremendous inner strength they need to succeed in their divine life mission. According to divine compassion and in service to the great divine plan of love unfolding, so be it. So 3 times now we're going to say the affirmation. You don't have to here, but I do find as well, it definitely helps for me. You can also just choose to listen to me and continue on with your breath work or anything that you're doing, okay? I trust unconditionally in the wisdom of meaningful sacrifice. I tap into the joy of my soul as I walk my true path, knowing that the sweet and total fulfillment offered by my own unique divine destiny is worth every effort on my part. I am brave, courageous, and disciplined, and I accept the magnificent grace that is manifesting through me now in accordance with divine perfection. I trust unconditionally in the wisdom of meaningful sacrifice. I tap into the joy of my soul as I walk my true path, knowing that the sweet and total fulfillment offered by my own unique divine destiny is worth every effort on my part. I am brave, courageous, and disciplined, and I accept the magnificent grace that is manifesting through me now in accordance with divine perfection. Last time we really feel this, guys. I trust unconditionally in the wisdom of meaningful sacrifice. I tap into the joy of my soul as I walk my true path, knowing that the sweet and total fulfillment offered by my own unique divine destiny is worth every effort on my part. I am brave, courageous, and disciplined, and I accept the magnificent grace that is manifesting through me, now in accordance with divine protection. Amen, people. So at any point, if you need to go back and, do these again and again, maybe in the mirror if you want to as well, these affirmations would definitely help you. But just take a minute, guys, and shake it out, right? Just dance around, do something, break up the energy a little bit more. It may be time to, drink your water up, stay hydrated. You may want to have a sea salt bath or something just to kind of help clear out your energy field. The kids are getting a little bit noisy now, but and get a good night's sleep and help really integrate that, okay? So thank you so much for watching, guys. If you do like this and you want to join my channel, feel free to subscribe. I'd love to have you. I really am learning this as we go as well, and it's awesome to have you guys on my journey with me. So before I go, I'm just going to pull I'm being called to pull one message from the Wisdom of Love as a closeout here. Apologize, my kids are loud, but this is what we got. Be supportive, okay? Make a genuine effort to show that you care. So this is within yourself, your relationships, the world around you. There's twofold I'm hearing. First off, let's be supportive with each other. Really use that meaningful sacrifice and idea of Ascended Master Jesus. Be supportive with each other. Let's keep our hearts open. Excuse me. As well as know that you are always supported, okay? Your team, your divine team, your team of light, Archangel Michael, any one of these Ascended Masters that you